Do you have gaps between your teeth or spaces between your teeth or dark triangles that you don't really like? I'm going to talk about all the different solutions that dentists can provide to help you close those gaps and give you a straighter smile. Hey, what's up guys, it's Dr. Sami, and like I said, I'm going to be talking about all the different solutions that dentists can do to make your smile straighter. And we're going to be talking about a lot of different concepts, so if you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them as I can. So you probably already guessed it, but the first and easiest way to close those spaces in between your teeth is through braces. Now with braces, there are two different ways to go about it. The first way is through traditional braces. Those are those brackets that you put on and a wire, and then over the course of time, with a variety of forces that are advantageous to you, your teeth will start to close and eventually those gaps will be closed perfectly and you'll have a straighter smile. There is also a different solution, which is going to be Invisalign or clear aligner therapy, where you wear a set of aligners over the course of many weeks, and each set of aligners provides a force that moves your teeth closer and closer and closer together. This is definitely a solution for those of you that don't want the traditional braces on. You can't achieve a lot of major forces to turn the teeth a certain way, but it is something that definitely works for a lot of people. For those of you that want to know more information about traditional braces or Invisalign, definitely encourage you to check out one of my close friends' YouTube channel, Braces Explained. He has an amazing channel with over 80,000 subscribers where he talks about the forces that come into play when doing braces, and if you're on that journey, you should definitely follow him because he's very educational and you're going to learn a lot. The second most powerful way to close spaces between your teeth is through porcelain veneers or composite veneers. A veneer is a thin layer of porcelain or composite that covers your teeth, and you add material onto the tooth on the sides of the teeth and in front of the teeth to close the gaps. Veneers are incredibly transformative because it allows you to change the shape, color, and contour of your smile. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that there are different categories of veneers. The first category is going to be porcelain veneers. Basically, we take an impression of your teeth, we send it to a master ceramist, or we mill out porcelain veneers, which are very stable, they're very thin, they resist color change, and they are very aesthetic. They're beautiful, and these are typically what you see with these celebrity smile makeovers. But there is also a second iteration of veneers that we call composite veneers. Composite veneers use composite resin or bonding material to add onto your tooth, and they can also create this amazing transformation. The limitation with composite veneers is that it has the ability to stain very easily. So if you're a heavy coffee drinker, tea drinker, red wine, dark colored beverages, or things with pigments in it, over time, the composite typically will stain, and eventually, from my experience, they get changed out for porcelain veneers. But there is a place for both of them. Typically, if I'm working on younger patients that maybe chip their teeth or they have peg laterals or very small teeth, I can do composite veneer as a temporary means, a more cost affordable means to make their smile a little bit better. But eventually, as my patients get older, they typically want to change out to porcelain veneers because of the aesthetics and that color resistance, and they look really, really nice. Either way, if you want to learn more about porcelain veneers, I have a video that I'll link out in the description below. I also have a guide for dentists about my porcelain veneer bonding protocol, and I'll also show that later on in the video. The third most common way to close gaps in between your teeth, or those black triangles that you see if you have gum recession, is going to be with interproximal bonding. Bonding material refers to composite resin, or that white filling material that we put on teeth to fix cavities. But you can also use that bonding resin to close the gaps in between your teeth if you take your time and you do it right. I definitely don't recommend this for huge gaps in between your teeth. I would typically reserve this procedure for small gaps, but it is powerful and it can close gaps and it can look really nice to a lot of people. Now, this type of bonding is a very technique-sensitive procedure. It takes a really talented dentist to design the shape in a way that makes the tooth look natural. The reason why it's so hard if you have very large gaps in between your teeth is because if you do this interproximal bonding, you're making the tooth wider, and eventually you can make the tooth look too wide and it won't look nice. You may have the gap closed, but it's going to be too big of a dimension on the width dimension, and it just won't look as pretty as it should be. So you have to have that understanding that if you're going to gonna do bonding, it has to be a very small gap. Bigger gaps in your teeth, go back to the braces, put the teeth together, see how they look, decide if you want veneers after the braces, or just go to the veneer step immediately. So these are things that I want you to consider when you're deciding what to do with your own mouth. Fourth way involves multiple spaces. So let's say that you have a variety of spaces in your teeth because you've lost a lot of teeth in your lifetime and you have these gaps that are noticeable. Well, if you have a lot of spaces in your teeth, one of the more cost affordable solutions is going to be to get a removable denture. So a partial denture is a removable prosthetic appliance that replaces the spaces in your teeth, and it clips on to your other teeth as well as uses support from your palate to stabilize the denture. Now this is a form of a denture. It's removable, meaning you take it in and out. You can pick a shade that matches your teeth really perfectly, and you can make it so that people won't even know that you're wearing a denture in your mouth. The problem with a partial denture is that it's removable, so you have to take it in and out. Sometimes you don't really get that really good retention, so when you're biting or chewing food, it moves around too much. Sometimes you can have sore spots, but either way, it's a really amazing solution for those of you out there that are missing multiple teeth and need some type of replacement so that you can eat. And the final way to replace missing teeth that I can think of is going to be through the use of dental implants. So dental implants are very commonly used if someone breaks their teeth or their tooth is no longer restorable and you have to take out that tooth or extract that tooth. Dental implants use a titanium biocompatible post that integrates with your bone over time, and then you place a crown on top of that post, and it is one of the best ways to replace missing teeth that feels the most natural to you. Now, nothing is gonna feel exactly like your teeth, but an implant gets the closest out of all the solutions if you've broken a tooth and you have a big space in between your teeth. Implants take a little bit of time. There's gonna be a section where you go to your surgeon and they place the implant and they want it to integrate with your bone over the course of a couple of months. And then there's gonna be a section where we take an impression. You go to your dentist, we take an impression, and then we make a implant supported crown that goes on top of the implant, and then you basically have your smile back. So I actually haven't made a lot of video on dental implants, and if you guys wanna know more about that, leave it down in the comment section below, because I use your comments to gauge what type of videos I should be making in the future. So those are all the ways that I can think of currently to close spaces between your teeth. If there are any dentists out there that are watching that have other solutions, please let me know and I can use a pinned comment to add any additional information that we need. Well, I hope that was an informative video. I hope that helps anyone out there that maybe have these missing spaces and they're looking to YouTube to find some answers. I wish you guys the best of luck on your smile journey, and I'll see you for the next one. Thank you.